All right, welcome back. This is episode 8 of Gridiron Banter. I'm your host, Gavin Laskowski, joined by Conlon Atkinson and Michael Battisti, as per usual. Want to get right into things. We're going to go look at the last night's Thursday night matchup between the Vikings and the Rams. Rams take it down 30-20. I picked the Vikings to win this game.
Me too. Me too.
I did not do my pickup.
Yeah. Sam Darnold, once again, swinging touchdowns, throwing the rock pretty well, 240 yards. Justin Jefferson, obviously doing Jay Jettis things, best receiver in the league. Had that phenomenal catch down the sideline. Aaron Jones didn't really have too productive of a day.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't get in the end zone either. I'm not too worried about that on their end. On the other side of the ball, Matt Stafford with 4 touchdowns on the day.
Yeah.
I also got that in 1 interception, 279 yards. Kyron Williams, always doing what he does, had the receiving touchdown, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had
Receiving touchdown, 97 yards on the ground. Got back both Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Puka had 106 yards on 7 receptions, but I don't think anyone really expected coming off that injury.
No way.
Cooper Kupp didn't have a great day, but did have the receiving touchdown as well. And then Demarcus Robinson, for some reason, decided that this is the week he's going to go off when he didn't have Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua for like how many weeks now. And then who was this? Oh, yeah, just Cooper Kupp, Kyron, and Demarcus Robinson. Other than that, pretty entertaining game. I think the Rams are kind of back in it now.
Yeah.
for sure.
They need to. What are they? 3-5 now.
3-4.
3-4. So I was just talking to Dylan about like the Bengals because they're in a similar position. If they can just win out like 75% of their games, they can make a playoff run. That's saying a lot though.
I think it might be harder for the Bengals just because their division is better, but the NFC West is just kind of mediocre right now. There's no true like leader. Like the 49ers haven't been great, the Seahawks haven't been great, neither the Cardinals. So
I do think the Bengals could make like a wild card spot or something.
Oh, definitely.
I don't think they're beating the Ravens.
They have the talent to do it.
Yeah, but
yeah, I think the game ended on an egregious call.
terrible call. Yeah, I agree.
The
with
ref
you.
is standing right there, and
Yeah.
you still miss it.
Like I saw an image where it showed like the ref behind it and then shot towards the guys, and you could see the ref straight up staring at like Sam Darnold, and I was just like, oh my god.
I don't think they would have had the game tying drive even in there though, but they should at least have a fair chance.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
All right. What do we want to move on to now?
Standings,
Standing, like
league standings.
league standing. I can pull that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got mine now.
Wait.
Do you want to do conference by conference or division by division? What do we want to do?
Let's do conference.
All right. Let me pull that up. All right, we're good.
All right, so the last remaining 6-0 team, the Kansas City Chiefs, and I think like one of the most undeserved 6-0s. How they're scraping up football games. They're playing they're playing kind of like Steelers football, like slow and boring, and just like time management, game management, and just beating their opponents little by
They do
little.
have a pretty good point differential. They're up 43.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Seems like the Texans and Colts only have +6 right now, so that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah. Mahomes is having a rough year with he's like 6 interceptions and 5 touchdowns throughout 7 weeks.
I feel like any other team, this would result in a lot of losses, but just because it's the Chiefs and
It's
they have such a good
crazy.
defense, they don't
Yeah.
really have to rely on Mahomes to do it all.
Mm.
Speaking of, we got to mention, they made the trade for DeAndre
Yep.
Hopkins recently.
I don't think that's gonna be like as game changer as Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I
and
forget
Vontae.
who I was talking to, but it just doesn't move me as much
Yeah,
as
not
those.
at all.
Because, like, he's still good, but he's so old at this point. Like,
Yeah.
obviously he'll help the offense, but
Yeah, that's like not big. He'll impact it, but not as much as like I've seen some people overreacting. And that's really all I have about the Chiefs. I think their loss is going to... Let me see their schedule, because I think it's coming soon. Who is a Chiefs player? You do, right? Yeah. Okay.
Who is you?
Gavin.
Oh.
Here's Mahomes. Okay, so coming
Dropped
up,
his ass.
Vegas. No, they're gonna be 7-0. Tampa Bay, injured Tampa Bay.
The Raiders always play a close game with the Chiefs, though. I will say that.
But
even when
they
they're-
are bad. Like
I
bad.
think that their offense is so bad and the Chiefs' defense is so good that like something has to go crazy. For
Oh
that
yeah,
to
no,
happen.
I hear
for
you.
sure. But
They
I'm
upset
just,
them Christmas last year, which is
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And then they go to Tampa Bay.
I feel like that so far is like the most likely that they
Yeah.
could lose, but
But-
we have to see how this offense
But
works.
even then, you're gonna have Chris Godwin
Yeah.
and Mike Evans out of that game.
Yeah.
That's just.
I hope. That sucks. I was liking
Then they
the Bucks.
then they
this
play
year.
the Broncos.
Yeah,
I
Broncos.
mean, they could.
Broncos aren't bad.
They're
this
not
year.
terrible,
They're good
but
defense.
I don't know. I don't know.
think they win that.
I don't
And
think-
Buffalo. It's gonna have to be Buffalo out of those three teams. I think to give them their first loss, and that's a maybe.
Oh
if
my
that.
God! Why do they have such an easy schedule?
Then Carolina, Vegas again, Chargers, Cleveland.
Oh my God!
So their harder games are Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and Houston.
Yeah, yeah,
So they.
so they pretty much just walk in with the 1 seed
Yeah.
yeah.
unless something goes absolutely wrong.
Unless like their plane crashes or something. That's about
They
it.
need a rebuild. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next up in the AFC, we got the Texans. Kind of a down year from Stroud. I don't hear as much. Like, he's not playing bad ball. Like, this is what I was saying today.
But
He's still a top 10 QB, still playing good, but, like, he's not. He's that high echelon of
Well, that's
top.
with rookie QBs. That's normally how it goes. They come out with like
Sophomore
if
slump.
they do come out really hard, they're gonna come out with like an absolute banger first season.
Yeah, teams
and then
teams get more time with film to
yeah,
adjust to
they'll
them.
get to review how they play and stuff. So
Yeah. Not saying Stroud's having a bad year by any means.
No,
He's
no,
still
no,
doing
no, no,
good,
no,
But,
no.
like, not as flashy.
He definitely just had his worst game as a pro.
Yeah.
He only had like 86 passing yards
It was
total.
pretty bad.
got beat by the Green Bay Packers. That's not a great thing. I mean, the Green
No.
Bay Packers aren't terrible.
They're good.
They're not.
I think they're good.
I would say they're pretty good. They're fighting in a pretty good division.
Pretty good division.
best
God
division right
damn,
now.
It's so good.
But like I would say that the Texans, I would have probably taken the Texans over the Packers in that game.
Yeah.
I just think it was a winnable game for the Texans.
Definitely.
But
Then we got Baltimore at 5-2. I think Baltimore is the best team.
They started 0-2. Now they're on 5 straight.
Yeah. I know Colin said the Lions, but Lamar Jackson is playing
It's-
like everyone was like, "Oh, fluke MVP last year." He's probably gonna get another MVP
I
if he
feel
continues
like
this.
if he gets that ring, he wins MVP, he's got to be in the conversation with Mahomes for
Yes,
that next go.
100%, and
'Cause
it's
this-
gonna knock Allen
If
down.
if he gets this MVP, that'll be his third.
That'd be insane.
So
I forgot what the hell I was gonna say. He said something about Allen, and I said I was gonna say something.
Oh, I
about
said that
Allen.
if he gets like another MVP, I think like Allen's done out of like that conversation. He needs something.
It stinks because they started off so hot, and then they just haven't looked the same since. Like even in this past game, who the hell did they play?
Pills.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, it was like they were down for a kind of a portion of the game. I mean, they destroyed them in the end, like they should
That's
have been the
dismal.
whole time.
My dad said at the beginning of the year, he's like, "Oh, you ever notice how the Bills like always play like shit the first quarter or like 2 quarters, and then they just have a crazy like second one to half and then clean up the game?" I've watched it happen like 4 different times this year, where they play a bad first half and then a really good second half.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like with the Texans game.
Yeah, like the Texans.
Yeah.
Like the Cardinals game, they were down.
Yeah.
It's just been.
I don't know. I really want to see the Bills succeed, and they just,
Yeah, they haven't beat a good team yet. Well, are we going into the Bills? They've only really beat up on kind of like average or below average teams. Any real threat they've had, they've just absolutely gotten smushed.
What do they play this week?
This week I think it's Seahawks. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
I mean, I would say the same thing with the
Did he part?
Chiefs.
I
mean, they beat the Ravens week 1, but week 1, I don't know. The Bengals lost to the New England in week 1. I don't know. Week 1's kind of a weird week. But, yeah, they beat the Bengals the next week. Bengals are a good offensive team. But then ever since that, it's been close game with the Falcons, which they're all right. Chargers, another close game with the Chargers. They beat the Saints and a completely injured 49ers team.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say Bills versus Kansas City will probably be a good game.
Bills have the highest point differential currently in the AFC right now at plus 63. Next closest is the Steelers at plus 60.
Damn, really?
I know which game helped out the Bills there.
Jaguars. Yeah, I forgot about that game. But going back to Ravens, is Henry in the competition for MVP?
I think
With
so.
how the hell he's playing?
I personally
what
think
the
he
hell?
is.
Have you seen what he's done, Colin? He's on an
Yeah.
absolute. I didn't
No,
even
yeah, I've
notice
seen
it until like a week or two ago. He's just kind of like he was on Devin's fantasy team, and I just look. I'm like, oh my god, he's averaging like 200 yards a game and has got a touchdown every one. Yeah, insane. So we talked about Bills. You want to just do like the top 7 each division, the playoff?
Yeah, playoff.
All right.
Yeah.
So next we got Steelers. I'd argue best defense in the league, possibly.
It's definitely up there.
I
At
love
least
Mike
like
Tomlin.
top 3. He's funny.
Did you see the whatever look he gave Aaron Rodgers clip or whatever during the one?
Oh yeah, when he was like begging for
yeah.
like what was it?
It was
delay or no,
yeah.
12 men on the field.
yeah,
That's
12
what it
man
was.
on the
Yeah.
field, and then he called the timeout. Yeah, and they looked at him. Yeah,
I like his post game things because there was one interview was like, why did you or something that's like, what made you make the call to switch the quarterback? He goes, because I get paid to do this or something like that. He just like doesn't care at all. That's where we do not
care.
That's
yeah,
where
I
that
know,
comes
yeah,
from.
I know that.
He's such a funny interviewer. It's so funny.
I think he's probably my favorite NFL coach.
Yeah, but they started off like the year I was so out on the Steelers. I just didn't like them last
I don't know
year.
the last game that they
I'm
played
getting
was
my opinion
yeah.
switched
I
slowly.
guess it really just depends on how much Russ continues. Like if he can play like he
Even
did.
Russ, though, they both are good though. Fields did nothing wrong. He was doing good.
He was winning
But then
games.
that's why I was kind of hate watching Russell Wilson because I wanted Fields to get put back in. But then Russell Wilson had a huge game against the Jets.
It basically depend. I guess they should do it like matchup dependent. Like if they play a team that's bad against the run, just put in Justin Fields
That
and run the
is
shit out of the ball.
insane.
And then if
That-
they need to pass,
yeah.
just throw Russ in.
yeah.
Insane.
Put Fields back on kick return like they did in the Madden trailer.
the whole I find it funny that the Steelers have 2 like mediocre quarterbacks at best, and they're still out here.
Two
just-
startable guys.
2 startable guys. And they're
here
still out here like beating good teams and stuff. I don't know.
And
I have high hopes.
I'm
for
here
them.
on year 6 of Daniel Jones.
Yeah. I really wanted to trade for Justin Fields in the offseason, and we didn't do it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So next up, we got I didn't picture this. Indianapolis Colts apparently squeaked their way.
Shout out
back
Joe
up to the
Flacco.
board. I thought they were bad this year.
I don't think they're.
I
don't
mean,
think they're.
they're
good.
4-3,
Yeah.
so like
That's
the rest of the AFC is pretty bad. So
Yeah,
that's kind of why they're there.
Like last time I checked, they're like 1-3.
That's the main reason I was saying the Bengals could probably get a
Yeah, because
wild card.
the Broncos and Chargers are ahead of them in the standings right now. Do you really think both those teams are
No.
really playoff teams?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
I mean, the Broncos probably more so than the Chargers, just because I have more faith in the Broncos right now than I do.
I think the Broncos are only ahead of the Chargers in the standings because they're 4-3, and the
Yeah.
Chargers are 3-3.
Yeah, and I don't trust Bo Nix to make any noise. in
He's
the
been pretty
playoffs.
good though.
He has been, but
I'll
I
give him
don't. I like he's not offensive
Yeah,
rookie of the year.
I feel like if the Chargers had receivers that could catch the ball, they probably win that game on last
Yeah.
Monday. So
I
like
agree.
they're
Who did they
what
play?
4-2? They played the Cardinals.
Oh yeah, the Cardinals are a pretty good team too.
All right, yeah, and then that's the Broncos. I just want to touch upon. I think Bengals will definitely make the playoffs. Joe Burrow is playing out of his mind, like behind the scene. He's putting up great numbers. and
Throw more to Jamal.
He's doing good. T. Higgins, they're just that offense is good.
And then another one to watch is the Dolphins with Tua coming
Yeah,
back.
they're not
If they
even-
can catch fire,
Yeah.
they're not at, they're 2 games out of a wild card spot right now.
Call,
So
call me crazy. I think Tua coming back to the Dolphins is not going to change much. Just because
We'll see.
Tua was still like you got to remember in the Bills game, Tua was still playing for most of that game, and against the Jaguars, he was playing the entire game.
Yeah.
And they only won by 1 point. They
Yeah,
were down the
Fair
entire
enough, but it
game.
is a small sample size.
Yeah.
2 games.
That is a fair assessment. I
This
would
injury
say.
made me switch my opinion a lot on Tua. I was always like a hater and comparing him to Daniel Jones, but after seeing how much the loss of him impacted that team, I really think I underrated him, and he's a really good QB.
I think that obviously the QB play was really bad, but like, shout out Dylan if he's watching because I just had to interview him about the Dolphins. I just don't really think Mike McDaniels is that good of a head coach.
Me neither.
Because like, he's considered one of the better offensive-minded people in the league, but Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devon Achane when he was healthy didn't really do anything in the offense. Like, I get Tua is obviously infinitely better than any combination of Tim Boyle, Tyler Huntley, and Skylar Thompson, but like,
you have all that talent and you can't even utilize them at all.
Just get Tyreek Hill in open space or get him moving on
He had
motion.
one
or
catch
something.
last week for like 6 yards.
He had like 2 targets total. Like, you got to do something to get him involved. So we'll have to see. And obviously, if Tua gets another concussion, like he's
done, retired.
done. He has to be, and he's not wearing a guardian cap.
That's just stupid. I think.
What the hell is a guardian cap?
It's
Anyway?
the thick helmet. That
It's
helps
just
protect
more
it.
padding on the.
Oh
helmet.
wait, no, I know what you're
You
talking.
noticed
Yes.
some people wearing
I
it.
know the.
It looks
guardian
really
cap now.
stupid.
The one
It
dude
does
on-
look dumb, yeah.
One dude on the Buccaneers, the linebacker, was wearing one. I think I don't know his name, but I saw it.
But I know what they are now, yeah.
Basically, just more head protection.
Yeah, and then for other ones to make
Why does it-
a run, I think. All right, this first one, Jets, is an obvious. I don't know what the hell is wrong with that team.
I feel like if their
But-
offense just starts clicking at some point, then they
Then they're
can make
good,
that push.
yeah.
Like they signed Devontae.
Yeah, trade for him.
They traded for him, and I don't know. I really didn't see him do much the last. I mean, he got a few targets and a few receptions, but he wasn't.
You got like 10 targets.
He wasn't like.
I don't know.
He wasn't like. Like it didn't improve the offense of the Jets very much. I
Yeah.
would say. Like they didn't solve their problem.
It didn't
with signing.
change anything.
No,
yeah.
exactly. I don't know. I don't have high hopes for the Jets. Right
That's
now.
another thing, like the Dolphins. So there's so much talent on the Jets. I think they could definitely make a run, and they're not even out. I'm
feel
gonna
like-
say same thing for the Jaguars too. I feel like if they get clicking, they could make a 7th seed.
Don't even give me hope. Don't even.
I don't know. Their
all-
offense is like
They're starting.
linking
They're
up-
starting
yeah.
to click. They're starting to click.
ETN is
But
out of
what
the picture.
The hell was happening? Like
I don't
what was
know.
going
Well,
on?
Doug Peterson said ETN's still going to be the starting running back
Really?
when healthy. Yeah.
But that they should still give Bigsby a lot. Of,
Oh yeah, he'll get
yeah.
work, but he isn't really a receiving back, so he's not going
Yeah.
to be involved in that in any way. And then was it Dearness Johnson or Jermichael? I don't
yeah.
know, some random journeyman running back. I forget who it was.
And when the only 2 teams you have under your belt right now is the New England Patriots and the Colts, and you've just been losing all the other games,
Yeah.
I don't have I cannot be like, it's possible. It's possible.
The only team I see, like, of course, Bengals, Dolphins, but like, I think Jaguars are upper echelon compared to Raiders, Tennessee, Browns, New England.
Jameis Winston leads the Browns to the promised land.
Dude, that'd be insane. I hope he. I'm gonna start Njoku this week because I'm feeling ballsy.
It's not a bad start. Who do
Uh,
they play?
Ravens,
Bengals?
and apparently Ravens give up the most everything to tight ends, yards and touchdowns. So I feel like it's a must. But yeah, that's the AFC. It's probably gonna change a lot even in like 2 weeks, but that's it for now.
What I think I said this last week, but what the hell happened last year? We were talking about how the AFC was the powerhouse.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Like,
It's very
looking
top-heavy.
through- Yeah, the bottom half is kind of shit compared to like the NFC. All right, let's switch over to the NFC now. How do I do it? Where are they? Oh, they're just down here. All right, but like just looking through this list before we get into it, I feel like there's a lot more like mediocre, mid-tier, good teams in the NFC than there is.
You would probably say the Falcons or something like
Yeah,
that. I would say the Falcons are even a good team probably.
Yeah. Or even like the Cowboys.
They're iffy.
Get
Not
out!
bad though. Or
No.
even
Well,
like then like a Niner. All right. Well, no, I think we should just get into it and then
Yeah.
number 1 Lions.
Yeah.
playing out of their minds.
Yeah.
Amazing offense. Good
Okay.
defense.
Huge point differential at plus 62.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. Like, they're going to make a deep run. And
I think
the only thing that's going to be their weakness is their defense, I feel like. And that's
Yeah.
not even bad. Losing Hutchinson's pretty big. Do you think they make a big blockbuster trade for, like, a lineman? I heard talks
I don't know
about that.
who was available, though, is the thing.
I heard that Olujar, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Ojulari?
Yeah. I heard he's available. We might ship him out.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
he's not like a game changer.
Well, I don't know if it'll be next episode or the one following will be trade deadline.
Yeah.
So we'll have all that to go through.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, anything you have to add on the Lions, Colin?
I just think it's either them or the Ravens that are the best team in the league right now. That's all I got.
Yeah. All right, so agreed. Then we got the Washington Commanders at 2. No one in their right mind expected this.
No, yeah, but
Nope.
I agree with that.
But
I think they deserve it.
that offense is just insane. Jaden Daniels,
He should get Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. I don't like at this point.
probably.
I think he should.
He does have that rib injury, so he's
Yeah, it
week to
depends on
week.
how much that affects him. If he is out for some time, who gets it then? Right now, probably like Brian Thomas or like
Caleb Williams, probably.
Caleb.
Yeah, probably.
I wish Malik didn't miss 2 weeks, but he would have gotten that. But yeah, they're really good. Their point differential is 66, which I think is the highest in the NFL.
I think it is.
Yep, highest. I don't know how they turned that Commanders offense. It's really not even that different. It's like they lost receivers, they got Eckler, and they got Zach Ertz, and that's like, did they fix their lineup any bit? I assume they must.
I don't
have.
think their line was even that good last year. I don't
Yeah,
think they
it
made
was-
any changes.
Yeah, so I don't know where this came from. Their defense is still horrible. So
That's why they have to have a plus
yeah.
66 point
Yeah.
differential, because their offense has to carry most of the work.
I don't expect them to continue their success. I think they'll still be a higher seed. But I just think with that bad of a defense, like even if we're talking postseason runs, all it takes is one day with your offense not clicking and you're done. You're already out of the competition.
Yeah, I'm going to start a fake narrative here.
Okay.
Marcus Mariota looked pretty good in that offense.
Yeah, I will say, yeah, that
Is
was
Jaden
pretty.
Daniels a system quarterback?
Yeah.
Yellow guy with hands up.
Yeah. And then next we got the Vikings.
Back-to-back
Which-
losses.
It's kind of shocking.
What happened? I saw something saying like 1 year they went 0 or 5-0.
Last time they started 5-0, they finished the season 8-8.
yeah, missed the playoffs.
I
Exact-
could 100% see that happening to this team.
I hope it doesn't though. I like the Vikings this year.
I like Aaron Jones. I like JJ, and I like Darnold.
Yeah.
Their defense is good. Would you say like a top 5 defense?
Defense has been kind of getting picked apart the last couple of games.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it's kind of fell off a bit, though.
I don't know. This we're just gonna have to see with time with that one. There's not
Yeah.
really, we've kind of already talked about them. Next up, Green Bay 5-2 though, even with the Jordan Love injury. That's pretty
I
good.
beaten the Texans last week.
Jordan Love has been putting up Brett Favre numbers, throwing a decent amount of picks, but a lot of touchdowns.
He plays like just like a mix of Rodgers and
Yeah,
Favre.
it's like uncanny.
Because he's like just chucks it downfield with no regard for anything like Favre, but he also like throws off his back foot with like immense accuracy like Rodgers would.
Yeah.
And it's so weird that he does that, because like obviously there's the joke, oh, they gone however many years with Hall of Fame quarterback talent, and now like he's literally just the two of them.
They're literally gonna go 50 years with like great QBs.
Yeah.
They'll
insane.
always like either just miss the playoffs or just make the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, I can't complain though, because like I was thinking like, oh, how come the Packers get 3 great QBs and I'm stuck with Daniel Jones? So I was like, we went from Phil Sims to Eli, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, there was a little in between.
Well,
there,
yeah,
but-
there's the mix.
Have
but-
we really ever had a fantastic quarterback at the Jaguars?
No.
I mean,
David Garrard was all right. There's a guy in the 90s, who I forget his name, but it was pretty solid. Blake Bortles.
No.
The
Yes, Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles, the woat.
The one year we beat the Steelers in the playoffs. What was it, like 50 something to like 48 or something? That game was nuts.
I remember the game. I don't remember the score.
Let me look it up.
All right, we'll move on while you do that.
Got it. Next up, Bears.
No Bears.
They
Shut down the Joshua Conroe narrative of Caleb Williams being a bust. That boy's not a bust.
Yeah, he's pretty
it
good.
was 45-42 in the playoffs.
Wow.
Shout out the woat.
I think the Bears. Well, I think they're a good team. I think they have a really good defense.
I
Now
think they're
that
a good
Caleb
team.
Williams is clicking, like the offense is going to produce. But the only teams they've beaten so far is Panthers. I think
Beat the Colts.
Colts, yeah,
Beat the Jaguars.
Jaguars, and one other bad team. Let me go look it up real quick.
Titans.
Titans, yeah. So they have only beaten teams that are like one or two wins and under, which it doesn't prove anything yet. But
Who
like
did they lose to? They lost to Texas or Texans and
good team.
who else did they lose to?
I'll click on them. They lost to the Colts. They beat the Rams. So they lost to the Colts.
Huh.
Okay, so that's weird. Yeah, they're one team I think is gonna make a good playoff run because I like Caleb Williams so far, and he's nasty, and that defense is really, really good.
I don't know if I could say that they're going to make a playoff run. Depends on who they go up against in the first round.
But like I like Chicago better than I like the Vikings as of right now.
I don't think Chicago would beat the Vikings.
As of right now, all NFC North teams are in the playoffs.
So good, yeah.
So, well, if you remember 2 years ago, all the NFC East teams were in the
Yeah, the
playoffs too.
What was the NFC Beast or something like that?
And we've fallen back down.
Yeah.
And now the team that didn't make it to the playoffs is the only one that's probably going to make it to the playoffs.
I mean, Eagles are 4-2. We'll segue into the next one. Jalen Hurts hasn't been playing like great football, just enough to get the wins done. I think the real MVP of that offense right now is Saquon Barkley. It's just been an absolute monster this year. He put up like 180 against the Giants in a revenge game, which sucks. I hate that we lost him, but whatever. They got the Bengals this week, so that should be a fun game. Bengals versus Eagles.
I think Bengals win that, though.
Just have to see.
Because both defenses aren't great, so I guess it's just who has the better offense.
And I think the Bengals get it.
Who do you guys got taking the East, the Commanders or Eagles?
Commanders.
Yeah, Eagles. I don't think Commanders.
I don't know. It depends on if Jaden Daniels misses time. Because
Yeah.
if he doesn't, I'm going to stick with Commanders. But if he does, I'm going to say the Eagles.
Fair enough. Yeah, anything else on the Eagles? Getting right to the end of it.
Kind of boring team. I don't even think about the
I
Eagles.
feel
when I'm
like,
thinking top 10.
Nick Sirianni might get fired even if they make the playoffs. But if they lose in the wild card again,
Yeah.
he might be on the go.
I'm not even saying he's a bad coach. I just hate his personality. He is just he's the perfect coach for a Philly team.
Kind of a terrorist,
He's a scumbag. I hate him. Next up, final team that is in the playoff race is the Seahawks, which...
No, technically the Seahawks are in as the 3rd seed. Eagles are out as the 8th seed.
Never mind. My bad.
Yeah, it's weirdly
didn't know
formatted
that,
on
yeah.
ESPN for
Okay.
whatever reason.
So, yeah. Okay, well... And the Falcons are in. Okay, so Falcons and Seahawks are in. Both teams, I feel like, are okay.
I think only because they're winning division
Yeah.
currently.
They're good, but they're not, flashy teams.
The Rams could definitely overtake the Seahawks soon.
Or the Cardinals.
The Cardinals,
are
yeah.
bad, even though that offense is
Everyone except the Seahawks and the NFC West have 3 wins,
Yeah.
and then Seahawks have 4. So it's really anyone's game at this point.
Yeah.
Are we counting out the 49ers?
I feel
like you can't.
I don't really want to because
CMC, I just saw notifications back week 10, apparently.
I think they're likely to come back. I don't think he's fully
No,
back.
yeah, not fully.
I
but-
think that team will become a shit ton better if CMC comes back, because I don't think Purdy was like the craziest playmaker, and I don't think he will be if he doesn't have those super weapons like Debo.
He ain't bad though.
He's not terrible,
Yeah.
no, but he's. I think he's kind of carried by his super weapons that he
I
has on the
fully expected him to crumble over like this season, just with people in and out of injuries. But he's managed to hold his own.
He's held his own.
Start winning. Ayuk's out for the entire year, which sucks.
Yeah.
After all that shit in the offseason, dealing with Ricky and trying to guess where he's going, just for him to re-sign and get injured for the whole year is fun.
And to have one good game
Yeah,
all
one.
year.
Yeah. And then Devo's dealing with like a pneumonia. Or
Yeah,
something
he's
like
out of the
that.
hospital now,
That's
but
good.
I don't know if he's gonna play still.
Yeah, it messes with your lungs. Isn't it like
It's
a
liquid in your lungs,
Yeah,
is what it is.
so you cannot play sports with that going on. So you might miss a little bit.
No.
Anything else to add for a little recap of the top teams?
Tampa Bay, I feel like would have probably
Yeah.
been closer, but with them losing Mike
Yeah.
Evans and Chris Godwin, I feel like as of right now they're gonna take a dip unless
Yeah.
whoever else is stepping in can take that step up.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll have to see. But I mean, Mike Evans isn't out the entire season. He's only out till like week 11.
Yeah.
Chris Godwin obviously is out the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, should be quite the race for that NFC South. Don't count the Panthers out, guys. Don't count them out. They only have a negative 133-point differential. They're almost in it, guys.
Damn. Negative 133.
Mhm.
Holy shit. God damn. And now Bryce Young's starting this week.
He is confirmed.
Oh
Yeah, and he don't got in that car crash.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So he's back getting his shot.
Somebody's trying to
Deontay
kill
Johnson
him.
stocks down.
I think he's not playing anyway. I
Oh.
swear I saw something that said he was injured.
He might be. Let me go check. He's questionable.
Panthers ruled out.
Oh yeah, he is
Deontay
ruled out.
Johnson
He just
at the
3
end.
minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's that. So what do you want to go into next?
That's a good question.
Just do like quick predictions for next week.
We could do
Get out the
predictions for
way.
next week. I'm gonna pull up my pick'ems.
Whoop.
Yeah. I can
All right. Philly versus Cincinnati. I'm gonna take Philly to win that one.
Philly. I got Cincy.
I got Cincy too.
All right. Baltimore Cleveland. I'm gonna take Baltimore.
I think
Um,
that's fair.
that's a tough game. I think. I think we can go barely Baltimore.
Yeah,
Barely.
barely.
Yeah, true. Detroit, Tennessee. I'm gonna take Detroit on that
yeah.
one.
I don't think I need to say my pick on that one.
Indy versus Houston. I'm gonna go Houston. Hey, your mic's crashing out over there, pal.
Yeah, I got Houston too.
It'd be doing that sometimes. I'm taking the Packers, big dog.
The Packers in a game they don't play.
Wait. Oh, I
Indy.
thought we were moving on. I'm taking Houston.
Now Packers versus
I'm taking the
Jaguars.
Packers.
Packers.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Packers too. Miami, first game back with Tua versus the Cardinals. I'm gonna take the Dolphins.
Do you think he's playing like?
Tua's
highly-
confirmed playing.
Oh, he's confirmed.
Confirmed
oh,
playing.
sick. Oh, jeez. Is he gonna be slinging first game back after concussion? Yeah, I'm going Dolphins too.
I'm gonna be
think-
master freaky over here. I'm taking the Cardinals.
I mean, Cardinals. It's not a bad. I think that's like a toss up.
Jets, Patriots. I'm gonna take Jets.
I'll take the Jets. Thank you very much.
Jets.
Will not be watching this game.
Yeah. You.
Atlanta versus Tampa Bay. I'm gonna take Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks not having the two big wigs.
New Orleans versus the Chargers. I'm gonna take the Chargers on this one.
Yeah, Chargers. I don't think Chargers are a bad team this year. I like Jim Harbaugh's done pretty good. I just
Yeah.
miss seeing Herbie be flashy and fun.
2022, man. I missed that year.
You and me both, brother. What are you taking?
I'll take the Chargers.
All right. Buffalo versus Seattle. I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Yeah.
I'll take Buffalo. Broncos.
Broncos versus Carolina. Next question.
Yeah, we'll move on.
KC versus Vegas, probably another next question
Next
kind of
one, yeah.
one. Chicago versus Washington. If Jaden Daniels plays, I might switch to Washington, but right now I'm going to take Chicago.
I got Chicago too.
It just depends on. I agree with that.
I got Chicago either way, even if he plays.
It's fair enough.
Yeah. I really like Chicago right now.
All right, Dallas at
Dallas.
San Francisco. Remember this when this happened last year, the 49ers whooped the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But they also
I
had the
still think
super
I'm going to
team.
take the 49ers. I think they just have the better team.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, Brock Purdy can work this offense without those weapons. Just not like as good as we've seen him do, but like
I
he
mean,
can get the job done with
He
it.
has Juwan Jennings. He went for 100 and however many
Yeah.
yards and 3 touchdowns a couple weeks ago. So, like,
The Cowboys also don't look like the team
Yeah,
they
they
used
are.
to. They
Fall off. Womp womp.
and then back on prime time Monday night. New York Football Giants.
You're
taking on
getting
the
your
Pittsburgh-
ass kicked. I'm
Hell
taking
yeah, we are.
Pittsburgh.
Hell yeah, we are.
I think this is the game Daniel Jones gets benched. I think this is his last. Like he's gonna get slaughtered by this.
They're gonna put in.
defense.
They're gonna put in Tommy DeVito.
I honestly,
think it's,
yeah.
I think it's another like Deshaun Watson situation where like
You pay him so much, you can't. Really.
yeah, like Brian Dable technically has the power to bench him, but John Mara doesn't really want him to.
Yeah.
Because he's a damn freak. Needs to sell the fucking team.
I feel like that looks really bad if you pay him like 200 and some odd $1 million, and then you're like, all right, bench him because then you got people like saying you're a shitty team owner and
Have
shit.
you?
That's why I like it though, because he's done.
Yeah.
Once he gets benched, like it's over for the Dimes.
Have you seen? There's this Twitter account that like people are 99% sure it's Deshaun Watson's burner.
Yes, I've seen that.
He'll just like post tweets, be like, "Four can't do it all. You gotta get him some help. The offensive line is trash." And we're all like, "Okay, Deshaun, we get it. We know it's you, pal."
Yeah, we know it's you, buddy.
God, he was celebrated off the field. That is insane. Like I don't know. There's never a situation where I feel like you should be celebrating your QB tearing their ACL and being out for the season. But
Well, he's played like what 6 games every year. He's been a Cleveland Brown.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's obviously
They
been
were
a
going
colossal
wild.
failure.
Though. They were like, yeah, and going insane.
God, the Cleveland Browns are so good at playing mediocre to shitty football.
They are. They're like the Chiefs of mediocre football.
Yeah.
They were fun last year.
Yeah, they did.
Well, yeah, because they were winning games with Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
That's because they didn't have an abuser as the
Well, they
quarterback.
did for 6 games until the
Well-
GOAT Joe Flacco stepped
Well,
in.
he was 5-1 during that period.
Yeah.
So it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, winning.
Take me back to Giants being 7-1.
2022.
Only NFC team to beat Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, still Daniel Jones is the only QB to
You're
outplay
talking
him.
about 2022, right?
Yep. Oh, it's just the.
You
grit.
guys beat us in 2022. We ended up beating both the Cowboys and the Ravens later. In
I
the
remember
season.
that.
Yeah,
That shit was
crazy.
crazy. And
It
then
was
we
just
lost to the
peak.
Chiefs. Yeah.
Just bring me back.
God.
Now I have to watch the Giants get slaughtered by. Damn.
By
this-
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Mr.
Unlimited. Oh, Dexy better smash his ass, please.
What?
Not that one.
League leader in sacks, Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah.
I may point out.
While being a nose tackle.
Mhm.
Insane.
All right. What do we want to move on to now? Could do fantasy. Could do recap. Could do
Fantasy.
trivia.
What do we get? Let's do trivia, because I feel like fantasy.
Right now, trivia.
Yeah.
All righty, gentlemen.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it possible anywhere in the near future that Dexter Lawrence gets traded?
I mean,
No way.
Maybe, but unlikely.
They'd have to give up massive compensation for him.
No, yeah, because he is
He's like a blockbuster.
one of the best defensive players in the league.
All right. I'm gonna send you both a picture of this, just so you have it to look at.
And I would die. I would.
You would just kill yourself,
Yeah.
hang yourself in the back alley or something after Dexter Lawrence gets traded.
I just need a QB on the Giants. We're so good. There's so much good on that roster that's just being held back. The defense is so good.
Well, we have really good people on our team too, and I wouldn't say Trevor Lawrence is even that bad of a QB.
Mm-hmm.
I would say he's probably on if like, Brock Purdy and Trevor Lawrence were put side by side on the same team, I would say they would probably compete to the same level.
All right,
Is
gentlemen.
is that a crazy take?
No, it's not crazy.
I'm going to need you guys to name me the top 24 PPR wide receivers
Fuck.
through the first 3 weeks of the season.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna be
The current
so
order,
bad.
the order they are in is their rankings
Alright.
through the first 3 weeks. The number in parentheses is their current ranking in PPR.
Oh,
Can I go
just
on
was looking
Sleeper
at
and look
these.
on all these?
No,
Oh.
that would be
Alright.
the point. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 strikes per person,
Yep.
and then here I gotta rate Mike, Colin. Okay. Do either one of you prefer to start?
Yeah, sure.
No.
Okay. Is 11?
You don't have to guess. You can just guess a player.
Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors is the number 1.
Number 11, right? Yeah.
No, number 1 on the list.
Oh.
So
Oh, he's ranked 14 now. Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right, Colin.
I'm gonna take Jamar Chase. He's got to be on the list somewhere.
He is. He would be number 11 on the list.
All right. Oh wait, so
He's one
he is
now.
the one
Yeah.
now. All
Okay.
right.
All right. Give me Brian Thomas at 10. Is he number 7?
Brian Thomas does not make the list.
What? Really?
Thought
Oh
he was,
wait,
like,
no,
the
no.
number-
He got good after. But wasn't he all right still?
Brian Thomas does not.
Oh my
make
god,
the
I just got a
list.
strike. What am I doing?
You
All right.
fat idiot.
Colin.
God, who went to number 36? 3-2. Let me do a little bit of thinking here.
Just think about who was really good in those first 3 weeks.
Stephon Diggs.
I'm sure Stephon Diggs is probably on the list somewhere.
Is that your?
I'll say, yeah. We'll
Yeah,
say.
Stephon Diggs is on the list.
Okay.
He
Wait.
he was number 9.
All right, do you have this pulled up on stream? Because I feel like it's definitely going to be easier to tell which ones we've done already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled it up on the screen.
Okay.
All right.
Can I phone a friend?
No, you
no,
cannot
I want-
talk to Dylan Fart.
I want Jaden Reed.
Jaden Reed does make the list.
What rank was he?
He was number 6. Wait.
Okay.
No, 7.
Won't you come
On
over
the thing I have, they have it 6 twice. Him and Diggs are both 6 on the thing. So
Okay.
Jaden Reed. All right, Colin Reed.
Jamar, Stephon Diggs.
Some of them are definitely harder,
No,
like
yeah.
more obscure ones that you'll just completely forget about because they fell off.
Ooh.
Well, when was Jawan
Rice.
Jennings' big game? Was that?
Chiefs Rice guy.
Oh,
Rasheed Rice, is that your guess? Rasheed Rice does make the list. He was number 2, currently now number 40.
Because he's been out
Yeah, because he got his knee blown out by Mahomes.
by Mahomes, yeah.
All right, Mike.
Nico Collins.
Nico Collins makes the list. He was now currently the number 10. All right, Colin Reed.
Thinking through. I'm thinking through the teams.
Come on, there's an easy one.
There's a lot of easy ones currently.
Oh. Mike Evans has got to be on the list somewhere.
I was thinking the other guy, but yeah. He's not on
Mike
it.
Evans does not make the list.
You got a strike before me.
No. All right, Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin, at the time, was currently is number 2 receiver. Christopher Godwin.
Whatever, I don't even care. I don't even care, literally.
All right, it's your turn again, Colin.
I literally don't even care.
Like there's a really big name we're all missing here.
Yeah, I know who it is.
I'm just thinking through the teams right No, has he done that good though?
What was that?
I don't think he's done. I don't know. I didn't have. I don't have him on fantasy, so I don't know.
Who? You can say it without guessing.
I'm thinking of Monra. Do you think he would have made the list?
I think, but like I've not paid attention to him. I assume
exactly.
he would.
That's exactly what
Just guess him.
we'll do on Monra.
He makes the list.
I'm gonna go double back with JJ.
That what I just thought of that after I said Amon-Ra, and I was like, why have I not guessed
Yeah,
that yet?
Justin Jefferson. Where is he? There he is. Jefferson. All right, back to Colin.
Because I was thinking at that point, I was thinking NFC North teams,
Yeah.
and I got to the Minnesota Vikings. I was like, fuck. All right, so just Jefferson, and my stream froze. I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, well, just pull it up on my phone after that. We get it. We got NFC. We already went through. No, I don't think. I mean, I can't even think of the damn who would be a good wide receiver on the Ravens, or I'm just stupid, maybe.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's an easy one. I don't know if he was great though in the beginning.
Guess I'm
but
just-
There's an easy one.
I just haven't heard any names come from the Ravens. I don't think. I mean, I just don't know. I haven't been paying attention to Zay Flowers. It's kind of a risky one for me.
Do you need help?
I mean, who was on the? Has anyone been doing crazy on the 49ers?
No. No, Debo had a 20-point game in the beginning. But then I feel like he had like a 3-point game. No, then Debo will be on that list.
All right, we'll do Debo.
He just not make the list.
I wasn't even trying to mess you up there. I honestly thought I was going to guess him. Well, I'm going to go Wan'Dale Robinson because he's a PPR GOAT. No.
Wandell does not
Are
make
you
the list.
kidding me?
You're both down to 2 strikes.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Who started Mike?
Yeah.
So if Colin gets this wrong, it's game over.
Are you flipping sharting me?
All right, we're gonna cook here.
Sharting poop?
We're gonna cook something crazy up.
There's still, I'd say, 3 big names left on the board.
Okay, what's the Sigmund?
Oh.
Maybe closer to 5 if you really think about it.
I have a good one.
No.
I have a good one.
Wait. Ooh. Hey. What? Dickhead.
Not helping you.
How good did Chris Olave do in the
No,
first 3 weeks?
not Chris Olave. Do not guess him.
Who's the Saints wide receiver?
Oh, Shaheed.
Shahid?
Yeah,
Because he definitely
Go Shaheed.
would show up on the
Yeah.
list probably. Oh wait, no, it's how they started and then
It was
how
the
they
first
ended
3
after the
weeks.
first 3
Worse,
weeks. Right?
how they were in the first 3
Yeah,
weeks.
do Shaheed. He got 20 points twice in the first 2 weeks. I got mine.
That look of
Mine's gonna be a crazy.
I think it's
poll.
disapproval.
I got a good poll coming. Just make it-
Don't.
Or you could just guess the obvious one.
Yeah, that doesn't help me.
I'm not telling you.
This guy.
Think NFC East.
Bills.
No, not Bills.
What?
No one's good on the Bills.
There was the one guy.
No one on the Bills.
No, because that
No.
was you told him to go wide receiver. Yeah, Shakir didn't do anything.
No.
Shakir, yeah.
He might be. No. NFC East.
NFC.
There's one guy in particular I think will be on.
Fuck, what's his name?
Ooh, what team?
Fuck.
What's his name? What team?
No. I'm thinking Commanders, but
No.
it could also be the Eagles.
Yep.
I'll give you a
Eagles
hint. There are no Commanders on this
Eagles
list.
have good wide receivers.
So it's got to be AJ then.
He got hurt week 1. So who's the other one? Come on. Not AJ, but
I don't know anybody
He
on.
literally has him in
I'm
on
gonna
his team.
answer for Colin. Devonta Smith.
I knew it was something close to that.
Are you taking that as your answer?
Just say.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Yes, he makes
Okay.
he makes the list.
Yeah. I was trying to think how good he did because he was on my team, and I'm pretty sure he got like 20 some odd points every week. for,
Yeah,
like, the
he
first
makes
week.
the list.
All right.
I don't know his last name, but I know his first name. Is it on the Colts receiver Alec Pierce?
He does make the list.
Yes.
That's over. It's
There's still some very big names on the board.
Now T. Higgins did nothing in the first 3 weeks. He's been doing good recently, but
I think you're thinking too far outside the box.
too far outside the box.
Think of like
What?
NFC East.
Think of the best receivers in the NFL.
That's
Think of it, who went high in fantasy this year.
Fuck. What the freak? What the freak, dude? Who went high? So we had Amara. It was Jefferson, Amon Ra. We've already done those guys.
Oh my god.
Dude, who the hell is Alex Pierce anyway? How did you guess that?
Because I'm a waiver wire goblin.
Yeah.
That's why I know Alec Pierce is.
Who the hell did Michael draft?
Justin Jefferson,
That's right.
Garrett Wilson. Do not do Garrett Wilson.
I don't think Garrett Wilson
Do
did
not do
anything.
Garrett Wilson. Who was drafted the first wide receiver drafted? Who was the second wide receiver
Well, the
drafted?
first wide receiver drafted, I'm pretty sure, was Amon Ra.
No, you're missing two.
Fuck.
Who was taking? All right, it went CMC.
CMC.
Then who did Devin take? CMC. Devin took a guy, and then Colin Parks took a guy. And
Then it was Amon.
yeah,
Okay.
there's two wide
Okay.
receivers. Colin Parks.
Who would they like? What team would they even be on?
One of the best offensive teams in the league, and then the last year?
Like from last year. Okay, I got to think
the
of
best offensive team from last year.
Both these players you're mentioning finished as wide receiver 1 and 2 last year.
Yeah, come on.
From the best team.
Yeah.
Not
the
not,
best.
not the
best
best team,
offensive
but they are
team.
very good offensively.
We were just talking about them. How they have a lot of weapons, but their coach can't use them. Here's your clue.
Does the term pretzel mean anything to you?
It means absolutely nothing to
What?
me.
Pretzel knot?
No.
Putting your children's arm is in a pretzel knot?
Oh fuck, Tyreek Hill.
Yes, Tyreek Hill makes the list.
God,
All right, and then I want CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, him too.
I forgot. I do not. He hasn't done anything in the past couple weeks. You gotta cut me some slack.
I guess, well, it's back to you now.
Okay, well.
She's cooked.
There's a.
He was 23. Now he's 3. Now he's the third best wide receiver.
Who?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I didn't pull up the stream. I should probably do that, by the way.
Okay.
Hold on, you gotta get
Spit out that day.
spin on that.
Who
Why
is?
do we
Okay.
never be a part
Oh
of that
yeah,
ever?
number 23. He is currently, or he was 24 weeks 1 through
Yeah.
3, but now he's currently the number 3
All right.
receiver.
All right. And shit.
I will say
Oh,
there's
my sound is on. Hold on.
there's one guy who did well early but then got injured. There's one guy who's done well but had some weeks where he wasn't good.
Mm-hmm.
There's another guy who also did early,
I
but
think I got one.
Yeah, I don't know why I guessed Mike Evans because I don't think he did a lot better like a few later weeks. But
I'm surprised one.
I'm trying to think why.
Neighbors played all weeks 1 through 3.
Why wouldn't
Yeah, that's
I?
true.
Was it really just Kamara on the Saints that cooked?
Yeah, Olave is not on this list.
And then there was Shaheed.
He's not on this list.
All right.
Man,
And that's don't do Saints.
Because I'm pretty sure he had a dud somewhere in there.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
goose egg. Let's see. What about? Ooh, the
I'm-
Titans. Calvin Ridley.
Ooh, that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true. Yeah.
Okay, but I feel like
No, Garrett Wilson won't be on here.
Would Garrett Wilson?
Are you guys
No.
just gonna eliminate strikes and try to just get it out now?
I mean, well, I just want Colin to guess, but
I'm scared. I don't want to lose.
just, there's so many guys you could guess. Just pick a division and be like,
I'm picking. I gotta pick. Gotta hone it in on a division. What's a division we haven't really touched?
the West.
Who even is on the West?
Which West?
The NFC West.
So you got Seahawks, 49ers,
I don't really think anybody.
Rams, Cardinals.
We already did Debo, and I don't. Who's the other guy? I don't think he would have done much
No,
though.
he
Not in the
didn't.
first 3 weeks.
Oh my God, Seahawks.
DK did not do anything.
Did he? I'm pretty sure he did.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
Did he? I would never be a part of that. I would never be a part of that ever.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, I was thinking DK like early on, and I was just like, I
I'm
don't
pretty.
really think
If you don't want
he
to
did
do
anything.
DK, you could do Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, he was good the second week. Nah. Was he good enough though? Because he had the 1 point game, but then he had the 30-point game, and then he had like a 10-point game.
Had to find out.
Do Marv.
What team does he even play on?
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Or Cooper Kupp might be there, even with his missed time. Yeah, give me Cooper Kupp.
What week did he
It's
get?
not your turn.
What week did he get injured?
2, but he put up a 30 bomb and then a 10 bomb, so he had 40 points.
So he had the same amount of points as Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yes,
in the
but
things.
Hill had around 40 points too, so they might squeak the list. There's one guy at 71, which is insane.
But who was behind Hill the first 3 weeks and then got moved all the way up to 3? Like who would be at 3 now? Did Marvin Harrison Jr. really
no,
do that
it's
good?
not. Garrett Wilson is really high now. I was just looking yesterday. But I don't know if he's high enough. Yeah,
I think
Garrett Wilson.
I think
might
we
be a
ball
safe
with
pick,
Garrett
yeah.
Wilson. Yeah, I honestly think that's the best option here.
Oh my God!
Does not make the list.
All right, then let me just DK Metcalf.
DK makes the list.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Or do you want to just try to figure it out now?
Yeah.
All right, give me
Fuck.
give me Marv.
Marv makes the list.
Yep.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Let's see. Give me. Who had some crazy game? Give me Cooper Kupp. I feel like
Cooper Kupp makes the list.
Yeah.
He was 71.
Yep, that's the 71 guy. Makes sense. Who's the 65 guy then? That guy. In charge?
That one might be tough.
Who was really good?
I will say there was one Colin mentioned earlier that does make the list, but you told him no.
I did. Who? Oh no. Who did I tell you no for? Oh, but God.
Any guesses?
No, I don't remember.
What team did I go through?
All right, now I need some of the bums.
Oh, Alan Lazard.
Alan Lazard does make the list.
Yeah.
He was 3, 6, 9, 12. He was 15th.
Okay. Let's see.
Do you want me to give you that one I was telling him about?
Yeah.
It was Khalil Shakir.
Really?
Shakir made the list.
Wow. Okay.
Fuck. I had a feeling because the Bills were kind of hot in those the first 3 weeks. Fuck. What?
I have a crazy one. I feel like he had a big game.
I mean, you don't have to. You can just start ripping.
Yeah.
I mean, you already won.
Michael Wilson.
No, Michael Wilson does not make the list.
All right. Well, maybe Jackson.
And Jigba?
Yeah.
No, he has not been good in fantasy this year.
I thought he had that big game early on though. Like he had 30 points.
Doesn't make the list.
All right. Okay. Oh, Toppin.
Toppin?
Yeah. Jay Toppin on the Cowboys.
Who is P.
Tolbert?
Mahomes?
No,
Tolbert.
he's not making
Okay.
this. No.
Trying to think of like obscure ones.
Who is number 21 right now?
This is hard.
Number 21 is hard.
Okay.
Number 65 is hard.
I'm pretty hard.
Number 19 is gettable. Number 3 is gettable.
Who's on
Number 30 is gettable too.
Who's on bus? Deontay Johnson. No, he was shit those first 3 weeks. No, take that back.
I don't. There's no strikes anymore.
Yeah,
You're
but
just guessing.
Deontay Johnson is not on the list. Colin, your chip bag is still in there.
I put a new one in there today.
Oh.
Well, there's two.
I don't
in
think
there.
they emptied the garbage in here.
What the Sigma or something?
This is. I might need a bust out sleeper soon.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you the answers if you're gonna bust out sleeper.
Okay.
Get him.
How about give us a clue?
Number 21 is a 49er.
Juwan Jennings?
It's Juwan.
He had his big game then?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, I thought it was like week 4.
I was going to say his name too.
Yeah, sure.
No.
I couldn't even guess Tyreek Hill or
I couldn't think of his name. I go, who was the? At one point I was thinking 49ers, and I was like, who was the other guy?
Number 59 was recently traded.
Devontae?
It's Devontae Adams.
Okay.
Number 65 was considered to be a bust, and they had that crazy 2-touchdown game for San Diego.
Oh, Quentin Johnson made this
Yes,
list? Oh
sir.
my god. I forgot about that.
Number 30 recently got suspended.
Oh, Jameson. Okay. God, Dylan would have cooked our ass if he was here.
Number 3 plays for a NFC South team. Falcons.
I know.
Oh, Drake London. Oh my god.
Drake
Give me-
Londoni.
Oh my god.
And then you, Mike, you yourself mentioned this player at number 19.
Did I?
Yep.
Did he?
Colin didn't think he was balling like that, but he'd be getting them screen passes like crazy.
Did he?
No, it is not. It is not.
It's not
He
did he?
It's not Diddy.
It's- You wouldn't think this person would be so high because their rushing attack is so good.
Zay Flowers.
Yes, sir. And that's the list.
Damn, that's a bitch list.
Bitch
God.
list. Okay.
I hate it.
Donkey Kong made the list at one point. That's what I'm.
Donkey
looking at.
Kong and Diddy.
Yeah, Donkey Kong and Diddy made the list.
All right.
I think I had a good poll with Alec Pierce though.
Yeah. He had like
Well, I had
he had like a 50-yard touchdown.
Who is that guy?
He is like Shaheed, but the white version.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that.
Pretty much.
All right.
I wish we had a Shaheed or Alec Pierce on our team.
Yeah, we do. We just don't use them.
Wait.
All right. Do we want to do fantasy or recap?
Fantasy. No. Well, how about hybrid? Both. No, recap.
What do you mean?
No, you choose. I don't know what I'm saying.
We'll just do recap and do it quick.
Okay. Did he?
Diddy?
All right. Week 7 recap. Last Thursday was Broncos versus Saints.
Ew.
Broncos absolutely destroyed the Saints.
I didn't get to watch.
We
this
covered
game.
this one in the West video, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. And then going on to London, the Jaguars take down the Patriots.
Yeah,
Tank
yippee.
Bixby, crazy game. Drake May looking good.
Yeah. Who's
See,
the one wide receiver? Who's this guy? Osborne? KJ Osborne? Douglas?
I'd say
Boot?
Douglas, but he was like sick.
Polk? Damn, he is like, that's just a. Oh, damn. Hunter Henry? Damn.
Yeah. All right, moving on. We got Seahawks Falcons. Seahawks destroy the Falcons. Bijan had
Oh, I
another
didn't know
good
that
game
happened.
too.
I didn't. Yeah.
DK had a good game too, but he left with injury. Titans Bills. Mari Cooper found the end zone. Keon Coleman had his best game so far, 4 for
he had a good
125.
game.
Bengals, Browns, a lot closer than it seems. Obviously, Deshaun Watson tore his Achilles, so he's done for the year.
Well, they got a charity touchdown in the end in garbage time, so it was like 7
it
to.
is famous Jameis season in Cleveland now. Texans, Packers. Packers squeaked this one out on a game-winning field goal. C.J. Stroud only had 86 passing yards.
That is
day,
so bad.
Joe Mixon was running the rock pretty well, so that's why. Colts beat the Dolphins 16-10. Richardson having another stinker.
What is up with him?
I don't know.
He was supposed to be the messiah for me this year.
And then the entire Dolphins offense, except Jonnu Smith, decided to take the day off.
Mm-hmm.
Lions, Vikings, another game-winning field goal to defeat the at the time undefeated Vikings.
That was a crazy ending.
Jared Goff balling, Jameer Gibbs balling, Amon-Ra St. Brown balling, everyone except Laporta balling.
Mm-hmm.
Stinkfest of Eagles versus Giants. Giants didn't even find the end zone. Saquon Barkley went crazy. Jalen Hurts had 2 touchdowns, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now we had 1 rushing. I don't know if he had 2. Rams, Raiders. Rams squeaked one out against the Raiders. Brock Bowers doing Brock Bowers things.
Were the Rams actually 1-4 before the game against the Raiders? Oh my God.
Hey, they were kind of struggling a bit there. Panthers get blown out by the Commanders. The Dane Daniels-less Commanders. And Andy Dalton looked horrible in this game. Now he's not even going to play next week because he got in a car accident. Brian Robinson found the end zone. McLaurin had a decent day. Super Bowl rematch of 49ers Chiefs.
That was
Chiefs take it
bad
down
game.
pretty easily. Purdy threw 3 interceptions. Kareem Hunt had 2 touchdowns.
Ayuk is out.
Yeah, Ayuk tore his ACL.
Mahomes also threw 2 interceptions and I think he threw for like 160 yards. That was it.
Yeah. Sunday night, the new Les Rod Steelers
Oh my
taking
God.
down the Jets with Russell Wilson in his first game back.
Let's weld.
Najee Harris
What?
and George Pickens
Is that his new catchphrase?
I don't know, probably.
both had 100 yards and a touchdown.
Mm.
I think Brees Hall in this game had 100 yards receiving.
Damn.
Yeah. Ravens Bucks squeaked one. I wouldn't say squeaked out, but a pretty convincing win for the Ravens. Lamar had like 5 passing touchdowns. Baker having another
It was
great
basically
day.
like a war zone out there. People were dying and shit.
Yeah, the Ravens killed both Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Derrick Henry had 15 for 169 and a receiving touchdown. Bateman apparently locked in at 4 receptions and 121 yards and touchdown. And then the last game, Cardinals, another game-winning field goal against the Chargers. Herbo with 349 and 0 touchdowns because his receivers can't catch the ball. Like Will Dissly is their leading receiver on the day. That's not going to win you games. And then James Conner for the Cardinals had 100 yards.
Oh, fun fact. So my other league, I was playing my uncle, right? And it was Monday night, and I had J.K. Dobbins, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Trey McBride playing. You know who he had playing? Dicker, and he had to lead by 3 points. Who do you think won that game?
Cameron Dicker was going crazy.
Yeah, I lost that somehow, and I had 3 starting players because what happened? Yeah. McBride, Harrison had 5, McBride had 12, and J.K. had 9, and I lost it somehow.
Yep, that's what happens. It's the one bad thing about having kickers in fantasy.
Yeah. It's okay. I got the best kicker right now.
We'll move into fantasy recap from this past week. I took the W, first one since week 1. We're back in the lab, except all my receivers are now injured, and I have to start Jawan Jennings and Christian Watson this week.
Ooh.
So that's rough. Taking down Dylan, who's been pretty underwhelming from fantasy standpoint. There's a lot of injuries and
Big
just
stinker.
inconsistency on his teams.
Big stinker.
Mark Andrews had that bounce back game. Other than that,
I took a win.
Yeah, you
Took down Diddy.
took down Diddy.
We did do a blockbuster trade.
Yeah, we did do a block. I'll pull it up.
What's your thoughts on it after?
Well, I was feeling good about it until all of them got injured. Here's the trade I did with Mike. I sent over Amari Cooper, Tyreek Hill, and Aaron Jones for Stephon Diggs, Deebo Samuel, Jalen Hurts, and Brian Robinson.
I like it on my end.
What?
As long as Tyreek Hill gets back into work.
And
Because
then
Jones is good and Cooper's good.
Colin took the L to Devin.
I took my second L, or third
Third
L,
L.
but second L in a row.
He had some big duds this week. Like Devontae Smith had -2 yards on the day.
He might be getting benched.
Actually,
I don't.
I wouldn't bet. You don't really have anyone to.
I don't
start
have
over.
anybody else to start, so never mind.
Him and D Hop had the same. Oh wait, did they? I don't know. That's weird. Whatever. And then
Hop's also on the Chiefs now, not
Yeah.
the Titans anymore.
and then here's our other matchup between Josh and Aiden. Aiden's getting some players back, but like
Ugh, he waited too long. You know what he was trying to do last night? He was trying to sell Puka. I was like, why did you sit on him for 8 weeks to sell him the night he comes back? It makes no sense. But
yeah.
he's done. He's getting the double, doing 2 pranks in a row.
He's getting double dicked down.
Yeah.
I really just have to keep the record as him because he doesn't even have 900 points yet. Scored.
Yeah. He doesn't. Wait, what?
He has
Hang on.
860.4.
Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Aiden.
I'm slowly making my way back up in the points for, but I have by far the most points against me. You're actually getting up there. You're close to me now.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need to play better defense. These next couple weeks were must win, and then I got the win last week, but this week is going to be so difficult because I have to start Jawan Jenkins, Christian Watson, who are both questionable to play.
Yeah.
Please be Jack. I need you.
Our point differential is crazy. Josh has a lead of 8 points on me, and then you have a lead of 6 points on Josh.
Yeah.
So all of us are within like 12 points.
It's a pretty
placement.
competitive division. I think at the end
the
of
GBS beast.
I think at the end of the day, it's kind of anybody's game.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, all I'm gonna say is that our division has 2 rings, and
Yeah,
theirs
true.
have 0. So
If I get last, I'll be the second person ever to win and lose the league.
yep, that's true. Started from the bottom. Oh yeah. I need to beat you this week, Colin.
I can't allow that. though.
I needed the Vikings defense to do something. The first week I've started them all season after having them on my bench really for like
You want to trade him to me?
no. Yeah, I mean, what do you want? I'll give you
I'll give you freaking
Austin Eckler.
Kyle Pitts.
No, a deal.
No, I don't think I'm
What?
actually gonna.
Why?
Because I don't think defenses are that useful.
I'll give you Deontay Johnson and Vikings defense.
Why are we talking about a trade on the podcast right now?
Speaking of, I really need to move people, but like looking at people's teams and just the way our league functions, I don't know if I'm going to be able to move people.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I feel like I have to move Brees Hall for stuff, but like
Yeah.
the only really person I can consider trading with is just you.
Yeah.
Because Colin doesn't need a running back. Dylan doesn't need a running back.
Yeah, I need
I
a
asked Devin because he has 2, and he's like, "No, I don't want to get fleeced again." I was like, "Bro, like,
Yeah, you
come on."
ruined them.
The number one thing about fantasy trades is people are more worried about losing a trade than losing a game.
Yeah.
And I feel like you have to let that go in order to win games. Like, obviously, I don't want to give up Tyreek Hill and Amari Cooper, but like,
you have to make moves.
I was 1 in
Yeah.
5. Like, I have to do something.
I 100% agree. That's how I won last year. Is I just had to keep rotating my team and taking chances. Like some I'd lose. I gave up a lot for Cooper Kupp for him to do nothing. But then I also gave up a lot for like end of season Isaiah Pacheco and Bijan, and that worked out great for me.
I feel like each one of us have made a trade before where we're kind of like, I probably lost that trade.
Yeah.
But overall,
That's how you trade, though. You don't trade
you don't-
to like
you don't-
expect a good return. You take a gamble every time.
You trade to try to make your team better.
yeah.
and
That's
sometimes
why I
it
can't
doesn't
trade
work.
with Dylan because like he always he needs to win the trade and I have to lose it for him to complete it. He'll never do it if it's a 50-50.
last year, I remember the trade we had.
Yep,
I was
that
about to
one.
get thrown in the shitter bowl. And you were like, yeah, I'll give you Christian McCaffrey for three decent wide receivers. And I was like, I think it was like
Yeah, good. It was Brandon Cooks, Bijan Robinson, and Waddle. Which that's a pretty fair. Everyone hated it, but
no,
That's a
but,
lot
like,
for CMC.
Like overall, I think CMC would have been better to keep in the
Yeah.
long run. But I would have probably like it was a greater risk that I lost
Yeah.
that game and got sent to the shitter bowl to play against Aiden Kavanaugh.
yeah.
Which Granted, I probably would have won, but
It's good to just dodge that.
yeah, you don't want to be there.
CMC didn't really do anything for me either way. He got me like 10 points in the championship.
But you still did get first place.
I won. Yeah, I got that ring.
And Dylan basically cried when
yeah, he was in tears.
when not when you won, but when we did the trade.
Oh yeah.
He was not happy about that one.
He was in tears when I was like, Dylan, 72-yard Zay Flowers touchdown, and then he just.
While we're at the Bills game. He's been complaining to me because this past week he played me, and that was like my best
Yeah.
week. And then he gets to play Aiden with Cooper Kupp, Puka, and second week of Devontae.
But Aiden's just dumb, so I still think Dylan's gonna probably win.
He's actively tanking.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Actively tanking, but doesn't want to do a punishment. Like, come on, man.
We gotta figure out his punishment. He's not weaseling out of it. It doesn't even have to be something.
I feel like just do a TikTok dance every day. Like, it doesn't even have to be public.
for
just
a month.
for a month. I was
month.
thinking like a week.
No, month.
2 weeks.
It has to be a while. Like
I
I
think
did
that-
a milk mile. I need to scale it to that. In
Are
my mind.
you saying that assuming he loses again?
No, like he needs to do his makeup, the one he still owes. If he loses again, he has another one to
He
do.
gets
I
touched
feel
by.
like a month is a little long.
I think 2
Yeah.
weeks is two weeks. Is
I do
fair.
2 weeks, yeah, but it needs to be a while.
Month is crazy, and they have to be uploaded.
On
You can't-
his,
That has to be uploaded to his TikTok. It cannot
He's
be
gonna
like.
I'm not doing that, and it's like that ruins the whole point of fantasy punishments. You're not allowed to say no. Like they can't be awful, but you also can't say no.
Yeah, you can't say.
That's not how
Like
it works.
it's justified if he doesn't want to do something that's publicly embarrassing. But literally, like, just film yourself in a room doing a dance, and then, 2 weeks later you're done, and then
Yeah.
you can delete them.
I've always said I think fantasy punishments are like funny because even if you do something publicly kind of humiliating, you just kind of go when they ask you like, "Yo, what's going on?" You just go, "Yeah, I lost in fantasy."
Well, Finn is so adamant that we do the one where he goes
Mario one,
downtown.
that one
with
was
the-
not that funny.
No, you go downtown with a sign or something that says, "I suck at fantasy football. I need
don't-
to stand here until I make $100."
Well, for him to stand there in silence isn't funny. For him to go around asking people for money,
Spare change.
that is funny.
And
he
he's
has to
like-
live stream it too. That would
Finn's
be funny.
like, drunk people are just willing to give money away. Like,
It's like,
is that
no,
really realistic?
no.
Do you think just drunk college kids, especially college kids, do you really think they're just willing to
No,
give money
hell
away?
No.
I don't know.
I like it though because I'd make $100.
I think 100 was kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I think.
100 is really crazy.
No,
saying, like,
he was saying 200, and I was like, Finn, that's insane.
If he said like 50,
That's even kind of hard.
I would say probably 50 is fair. But for either you make $200 or you stand there
Yeah, you
for
can't
24
leave to
hours,
go
you
to the
can't
bathroom, like-
bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, what are we getting into here? You know, we could just I don't know. I feel like it would be better just to tie him to a pole downtown and just or something like handcuff him or whatever. But
I just really think that the TikTok one is simple,
Yeah.
and it
is
doesn't.
funny.
It's just funny. Like, we can save them forever, and then
Uh-huh.
if he just doesn't want them on his
He can
account,
delete
you
them,
just
yeah.
delete them like after it's done.
I agree. Yeah, but we got to figure that out because we need to have this one done before he loses again. Because I don't want him to have two because that's going to get messy if he has two punishments.
no, then we just do a super punishment.
A super. What is a super punishment?
Kick his
at that
ass
point?
out the league.
Yeah. Well, no, he gets kicked out if he refuses to do.
I don't
He's
know, throw
done.
him out of a plane without a parachute or something.
That's pretty dire.
That's
I
pretty.
Like it.
It's super. It's pretty. I would say that's the super punishment. If you don't, if
And
you
he
don't-
lost basketball last year. He's just. Oh my
We need to
god.
come up with a punishment for that too.
Yeah. We'll have
Well,
to have a fucking meeting.
we don't have a punishment for last year's one.
Well,
just
that
'cause
one,
No one really.
This
don't
year
know.
we're doing it. Just like you don't winning doesn't matter. It's just do not lose.
I
Same
agree
play.
with that. Yeah.
Are we sure he lost basketball? Last
Yes,
year?
That's what Luke
oh,
said.
No, yeah, because I remember it was like the whole bit that.
League history, previous leagues. All right, let's look at it. 2023.
Oh no! Yeah, he definitely
Yeah,
did.
he lost, yeah, he lost.
definitely did.
Holy shit,
Yeah,
dog.
that definitely did happen.
Oh my
He
god.
just might be the woe of fantasy sports.
Yeah.
Bro doesn't do his pick'ems, doesn't do anything in fantasy.
The
Like,
big stinker.
I thought for sure it was gonna be Luke who lost that one, but
I'm sure he wasn't far behind him. Luke had the worst record, but he didn't finish last.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Does everyone make the playoffs in basketball?
I don't think so.
Should be like top 8 make it.
I don't want to go to the shitter bowl.
Let me check the settings.
I always said for like a fantasy punishment, you'd have to make me do something pretty like crazy for me to
It's
be like,
6
I'm not
teams make the
doing that.
playoffs.
6 teams? Oh, that's tight.
Yeah.
I like it though.
You know, like I feel like for the most part, most of the stuff like Michael was saying, like suggesting we do for a punishment or stuff you were saying.
The
or
one
even
I
Finn was
I
saying,
had the suggestions I was giving them are not that bad.
I was just like, I would probably do that for a fantasy punishment.
Like the fart
easily.
spray is not that bad.
No, you're just kind
You
of
just sit in an elevator with a fart smell, and then people come in, and you just gotta stand there, and it's just funny.
I mean, we wouldn't do that at the Syracuse Mall because then he'd have to ride home with us, and that would be.
Yeah, then you smell it.
Then he just reek.
Smell that shit.
But,
Ride the
you
bus, homie.
Yeah, get on the bus. Yeah. I think there was better stuff than we can do with than fart spray though.
Yeah, I want some funny. Like Milk Mile was not funny.
No, Aiden was just like Aiden was sitting there laughing the whole time during the.
Oh, that's
meltdown.
why also bullshit that he can just say no to that.
were-
How is
you-
that fair?
You were like throwing up and shit, and like I was like everyone else was like, all right, Michael, like that's
Should he be allowed to say no to the Milk Mile? No,
he shouldn't be.
that's insane.
But like, I he was just sitting there laughing, going, "Drink up and go to the next one," and I was just like, "All right, this kind of nuts. Like, this dude might actually be crazy." When he was sitting there, just like, as Michael's like crawling on the ground towards the next spot.
That's why I'm just like, it was pissing when he's like, I'm not doing that. I was getting pissed. 'Cause I was like, no way. I do the fun because I was like, oh, it's like I don't want to be the person that kills the fantasy punishment, so I'm gonna do it. And he's not weaseling his way out of it. That's what I'm saying. Something will be figured out.
No, yeah.
We should probably do it soon because he needs to get it.
We could,
I thought the 24-hour live stream where we get to tell him like what he needs to go and
that's
do
not bad.
is a funny punishment.
Yeah, that one's good
Like
too.
that-
So we've had a lot of good ideas thrown at him, but he's just
why hasn't he done that one?
I don't know.
Has he just not found a day, or is he just?
yeah.
forgetting.
For weaseling his way out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn,
I
he's
guarantee you,
waiting
if
to
Finn loses the Thug Shaker,
You guarantee it?
I guarantee you he would do a 24-hour live stream.
Oh,
where
he
has to
definitely
do-
would.
Yeah.
But that's because he just streams daily anyway.
Yeah.
But that would be such a good stream. I would be, even if I was sitting at work, I'd have that shit off on the side just watching it.
Speaking of fantasy, to pick the games you have, there's 2 options.
Mm-hmm.
There's the one we do now, which is like you pick the game and then you do it, and the other one is each game they play, you have their stats and you can lock in their stats for that week, and then like that's what you pick their game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's either that or
So
we
that one's
stick-
like a best ball kind of.
Not really. You still have to like pick the game
Oh,
because like
yeah.
say you have your player, he
Yeah.
goes for 44 on Monday. You could lock that in, or maybe
Or you could wait.
or Wednesday
Oh.
he gets more than that.
And
I
then
kinda
you
like
can't
that.
lock in the Monday.
No, the Monday is gone.
The thing is that takes a lot more.
But you gotta pay it. Like you have
yeah,
to be
you gotta-
on the
you
app.
gotta be
more.
That's why I
closer-
was like-
closer
Yeah.
attention
Because
to it.
I don't know if people are still gonna continue.
It's hard enough for people just to log on and hit the
Yeah.
button.
I don't think Aiden
Yeah.
or KP did theirs this week.
Yeah.
Also, in the odd chance Sleeper is watching this,
Yeah.
please make the browser usable.
Yeah. Please.
Like, there's no reason I should only be able to
It's-
see fantasy football.
It wouldn't even be that hard because it's kind of just importing the interface of the fantasy over to the basketball. You just got to show the same shit. And track the same chat.
Player claimed off waivers. Who'd you pick up this time, Mike?
I just been picking up bums.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching.
Actually, I'm starting this guy.
I'm
Aaron
about to get my
Williams.
ass kicked in fantasy basketball.
Yeah, I'd be kicking your ass.
It's like I'm just like, how do I already have a 39% chance to win? And I have like all my players aren't out. I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, they are not. None of them are out. At least for the game I picked. And I looked, and then the one guy was projected to get like 40 points, when my other guy was projected to get like 13. I was like, okay, that's probably leading to somewhat of the cause of it.
Yeah.
It was Wembanyama or something.
Wembanyama's on my team.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh,
that-
I see what
yeah,
you mean right here.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you drafted Embiid, and he notoriously just doesn't play games. He's never going to play a back-to-back game. So you got that to look forward to.
Fuck.
And then you also got Paul George, who's injury prone and also doesn't play games. Then you got DeJounte Murray, who just got injured too.
Fuck. Man, what the fuck? So I'm just cooked, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, really. I just give up if I were you.
Yeah, I should just drop everybody on my team and just take the punishment.
Uh-huh. All right, are we good with everything for today?
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, thank you for watching Dylan Ford. That was episode 8 of Gridiron Banter. Follow us on Twitter, Gridiron Banter,
Damn, 8
BOB,
weeks in.
and TikTok that we don't upload to. And then subscribe and like here if you liked it. Dylan Ford.